Hi everybody, this is Josh from Lucas Lighting. Today I'm going to talk to you about OBD2 adapters and why you're going to want these in your toolbox if you're a tech. And then if you're an end user, you can watch this video also. Maybe you're in a place where there's no dealer close by and you want to make some adjustments yourself. You might need one of these in order to get the output that you want. So we'll go over that, and at the very end I'm going to show you the dealer locator, just in case you are an end user. You can find a professional that's close to you who might already have these, and that way you don't have to buy them. You can just go to the professional and have them change the settings that you need. Okay, let's talk about the why. So say you put a set of LEDs in and you get a bulb out error on your dashboard. So you put a decoder in or a resistor in, and that goes away, but you still have some weird thing going on, like your LED just completely shuts off, or you have like some weird flashing or something like that. So you have your decoder, and then you decide like, okay, I'll put a resistor in front of the decoder and just kind of like throw a bunch of parts at it. And it's still kind of inconsistent. So at that point, you've got an issue where you're going to need an OBD2 adapter and some kind of a software to make some kind of a change in the BCM so that the car is not doing bulb checking, or that the car changes the way that it interacts with the headlight circuit. So I'm going to show you how that works. Give you a couple quick examples. On my personal Mini Cooper, every time I start it, even with decoders and everything, I get a couple of quick flashes on my LEDs. That is basically just bulb checking. The BCM is just sending a quick pulse to the light to make sure that it's there. Now, it didn't bug me at first, but eventually I did clear that, and I can show you how I did that. And then the second example I have is I actually had a client that had two identical Jeep Grand Cherokees. They were one VIN number apart. The first one was perfectly fine. He just put this and a decoder in there, no problem. The second one, this and a decoder, had problems. The lights were just shutting off. So he put a resistor in there. It was still kind of inconsistent. So we had to kind of dig and find a software that would work good for that. So let me show you the two interfaces that I recommend, and then we'll finish off with the dealer locator. Okay, the very first adapter I'm going to show you is called VPeak. It's VEEPEAK. And what you're looking for is it's got to be the BLE version. So it has to be Bluetooth, the BLE. You can get the BLE Plus version. The BLE Plus version is just a better version of Bluetooth, so it's a little bit faster. You can use this to run gauges as well and things like that. So if you buy this, you change your lighting. You can also do like, gauge cluster apps and things like that. So the BLE Plus might be good for you if you're trying to run live data and things like that. But so this is about $30 on Amazon, or anywhere really that you can find it. Maybe $40 for the BLE Plus. So very inexpensive. The apps that you're going to want to use this with are OBD11 for VW, Porsche, and Audi. Carista is pretty popular for BMW and Japanese cars. Personally, I use Beamer Code. And Beamer Code, I can actually show you what that looks like really quick here. So Beamer Code looks like this. I'll put it in demo mode for you. So typically what you're looking for is going to be in the front electronic module, but in Mini Cooper it might be like the footwell module or something to that effect as well. And then we can go down. Usually you're just going down until you see anything that says LED, and you're going to want to turn on your LED features for headlights, and then that will get rid of bulb checking and all kinds of other things too. There's all kinds of really cool settings in here too, like if you're doing BMWs, you can change angel eyes. Same with some of the minis. This works for BMW, Mini Cooper, John Cooper Works, and all of the new Supras are also on the BMW platform. So this app, you pay for it one time and then you own it forever, which is really cool. Another app that I will use is OBD2 scan. And OBD2 scan, that's going to be your Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. So some of your newer vehicles, I believe it's 2018 and newer, you need a special gateway bypass harness. So that might be something where if the car comes in and you have an issue with it, you have to order that part and have the client come back. So worst case scenario, but at least you know there's a fix for it. So we'll go into demo mode on this one, and basically you're going to go to adaptation, and when you go into adaptation, you're going to see DRL settings, which in Canada we do not recommend messing with DRLs because you need them by law in Canada. So we do not recommend bypassing any kind of DRL circuit in Canada. But we have LED settings in here as well that you can change, which is really nice. And you can even add, I think in some cases you can even add a DRL function to a car that doesn't have that, which is really kind of nice too. So kind of nice. So VPeak. So as long as you, okay, so the next adapter that I have is called FORSCAN. So it's FORSCAN. I'm gonna have that pop up on the screen for you. And the adapter that you're looking for is the ELM327. It's the current model basically. So any other model number is going to be older or not what you're looking for. This is PC based, so you're not going to be able to use an app for this. And the biggest thing I get on this is people call and they ask for Bambi mode on the Ford F-Series trucks. And basically what that is there's 2 lights on the top, 2 lights on the bottom, and your fog lights. And when you put your high beams on, your fog lights drop out. So you can actually plug this in and you can program the truck so that when you put the high beams on, all of the 6 lights on the front of that car stay on at the same time. So this is really handy. If you do a lot of Fords, pick this up. If you don't do a lot of Fords, or like you never see a Ford ever, don't worry about getting this one. I always recommend VPeak for everyone, but FORSCAN's just kind of a nice extra if you happen to work on a Ford every now and then. It's a nice little add-on that you can throw in when you do LEDs in those trucks. Okay, one last thing before I go into the dealer locator. Some of these apps, you can just download them, and once you download them and purchase them, like Beamer Code is a good example, once you own it, and you can make any changes you want for as many cars as you want. And then some of them, like OBD11, I think Carista, OBD Scan, they run on a license system. So basically you purchase a handful of licenses up front, and then each time you do something to a car, it will cost you a license or 2, depending on what you're doing. So just kind of keep that in mind. Some of them do have continuing costs, and some of them you just buy and you have. A really good thing to do is go to the forum for whatever car you're working on. Like there's a huge forum for Rams, there's huge forums for, Jeep Grand Cherokee or BMW. Go to the forums and search LED. A lot of people have already figured this stuff out. It makes it a lot easier. You can go to YouTube, of course, too. There's a billion different cars where you can make changes, so I'm not going to know every answer, but I do try, and I will have my phone number up at the end of this video and my email, so if you want to contact me, as always, you can contact me directly, and I will try to point you in the right direction. So let's look at the dealer locator, and then we'll see you on the next one. Okay guys, so to find the dealer locator, you're going to go to lucaslighting.com. Dealer locator's right here on the top. You're just going to click on that. Once you click on that, you're going to get a map. So if you want to drag it around and try to find someone on the map, you can. I prefer putting in a zip code. So let's say I'm in Massachusetts, I'm in the Boston area, and I've got one dealer right there. So the dealers are going to show up as icons. So you can click on that and then it will pop up. Looks like this dealer is one of my favorites, so Real Sounds. Their address is going to show up, their phone number is going to show up. You can even click on and get a quote there. Now, if you're a dealer and you're not showing up on this website, please send me an email. Give me your shop info. I can get you right on there. Let me show you what that looks like on the mobile website. So if you're on your phone and you go to our website, it's going to look like this. You're going to have the menu right up top, and then you can scroll down to dealer locator, and you're going to have the same thing just in a mobile mode. So find a dealer near you if you're an end user. These guys are professionals. They can help you with any questions that you have. They're going to have all the tools to get your lights in and aimed and installed and working correctly with no issues. So I'm going to have my info up now, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.